You are considered one of the youngest chief in Offa. Has that title opened more doors or created more pressure for you, sir?
In terms of pressure, it has created more pressure for me because there are certain things I would like to do, but because of my status in town, I'm not able to do that. Sometimes I just feel like just strolling on the street, go and get my regular akara and bread, but sometimes when people see you doing that, they're like, babole. So sometimes they put that pressure on me not to do some certain things I really want to do.
Welcome to another episode of Happenings in Offa podcast, where we talk about everything and anything happening in Offa. I know a lot of people will be like, it's a change of outfits today. And yes, on this episode, we have royalty on this episode. And we have a royal personality. We have one of our heritage with us here today. A person who is said to rumor said is not accessible to a lot of people. And the person is Are Musbau. Bobajio. If your hands are not too busy, join me to applaud our guest on today's episode. Okay, you're welcome to Happenings in Offa, sir. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Okay, my name is Musbau Olalekan Olaniyi, the Bobajiro of Offa, and also the chairman of Printbest and Zeems Sports Arena.
Wow, you're welcome, sir. It's really a pleasure meeting you. A lot of people have actually been hoping to know who actually is the face behind Zeems, especially, and Printbest. I've spent quite a good numbers of years in Offa, and I would say I rarely see you in town. So what do you have to say about that? Is it that you are not based here? Because, based on records and track records, we got to know that a lot of wealthy people and well-to-do people that hail from Offa, they are not based here. So, are you not based here, sir?
Yeah, actually, I'm not based in Offa. I work in Lagos, and also I have business in Kaduna and Abuja. So I only visit Offa occasionally.
Okay. Talking about your business, sir. What is Printbest into, just like you mentioned earlier?
Like the name Printbest, so we are into general printing of any types of printing generally. Talk about book, billboards, souvenirs, and anything related to printing.
Printing, wow. And is it that you print just for the well-to-do, like schools, big schools, or you print for just the likes of like little quantity, or is it just large quantity printing you're into, sir?
Our customers cut across all board. Talk about even the market women, talk about the top to do, and anybody. We are, because our prices are affordable, so we are open to everyone.
Okay. Talking about affordability, sir. I feel like being a chief in Offa, does that compel you to actually deliberately, reduce the prices of your services practicing in Offa, sir?
What we've tried to do is we look at the price in Lagos, we look at the price in Ilorin and even towns around us, and we try to not to exceed and still give the quality print services. So our prices are really affordable and related to what you can obtain even outside of here, without even considering the cost of transporting yourself to Ilorin, to Ibadan, to Lagos. So we give you that quality service here in Offa.
Wow. That's nice. I want to applaud that, and I really hope to print in your brand, sir. Knowing fully well now that I used to think print best. You don't do little quantity, like it's just billboards, big printings, but now with this information, everyone you can now visit Printbest. They are located along very close to Adesoye, right? You can go to their head office. Their head office is there. You can print. He said, just like our chairman said, he said they print at a very affordable price. Yeah. Sir, I would like to ask you this question, sir. You are considered one of the youngest chief in Offa. Has that title opened more doors or created more pressure for you, sir?
In terms of pressure, it has created more pressure for me. Wow. Because there are certain things I would like to do, but because of my status in town, I'm not able to do that. Sometimes I just feel like just strolling on the street, go and get my regular akara and bread, but sometimes when people see you doing that, they're like, babole. So sometimes they put that pressure on me not to do some certain things I really want to do. And in terms of being the youngest, when I was installed in 2022, I was actually the youngest in Offa history. And even the first Arebo Bajuro of Offa. But that has also opened more space for younger people to come into the chieftaincy title list in Offa. Just recently, I have one of my own very good friend, Engineer Hakim Adeniji, was installed as the Bobajiro after the demise of Chief Banji Olaniyi. So that's to tell you that Oloffa is now bringing more youth into the decision making of Offa.
That's a beautiful one to know. Talking about that, what you just mentioned now, Bobajiro of Offa. You said KBS is bringing in more people. I have actually spent like few decades here in Offa, and don't you think I actually deserve it? I actually deserve to be a titled man, sir.
Well, that's KBS's prerogative. It decides on who to give, depending on their track record on what they have been able to do in Offa. So it's not just about just giving chieftaincy title. It's about what the person has been doing and is still doing in Offa.
Okay, so far so good. I want to believe that as the aspiring new chief in Offa, I mean myself, I'm telling my audience now that I've been able to start a podcast in Offa, to tell people that Offa is actually a good town. So when the time comes, please speak well of me to be a chief in Offa. Thank you in advance. Thank you. And you can tell me in the comment section what post you think will actually fit me well. What should I even think of? Anyway, I'll think about that, sir. And I hope you speak me well to KBS.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, if someone asks you to describe your life's journey in 3 words, sir, what will they be?
My life's journey. I'll talk about answered prayer. I'll talk about grace of God, and I talk about the hard work and commitment of my parents.
Hard work and commitment. Talking about hard work and commitment, I went through your track record on Google, sir, and I got to know, I actually saw some pictures which actually inspired me to never to give up. This Printbest that we all see now, that now has a branch office at Abuja, Kaduna, and all over. I got to know you started very small, like very small. You mentioned answered prayer. Is it that prayer is actually part of success? Do I need to pray to be successful, or what do you?
Yes, actually, if you think it's about hard work, we have a lot of persons that are involved in things that are even harder than whatever you are doing, and they are not opportune to be wherever you are. Okay. So that is where the spiritual part of it comes in. You need to work hard and also pray.
So, in terms of dedication and your parents helping you, how are they been able to help you get to your position here today?
Yes, like I mentioned, their hard work and commitment. I knew how I was brought up in Kaduna, and how I hawk towel, sachet water on the streets of Kaduna for my mom. That's to tell you the kind of beginning I had. So, but with their own commitment, they were able to give me the best of things, which is education. They, out of the limited resources they had, they were still able to send me to school and give me the best education. And that is where I pick it up from to become who I am today. So they really played a very, very important role in whatever I am today.
Okay, talking about your education, sir, where did you school?
Yeah, I started my primary education at Nawaruddin, Kaduna, because my parents, both of them are members of Nawaruddin Society.
Okay.
So and also from there I proceeded to Asaruddin College, Kaduna. I was among the second set of Asaruddin College. I joined Asaruddin in 1997. So while I was in Asaruddin, I was the game prefect. So from there I proceeded to Kaduna Polytechnic, where I did my ND in chemical engineering. So after I completed my ND in chemical engineering, I got a job in the bank in Lokoja, where I worked for like 14 months. Then I felt, well, this is not really where I'm supposed to be, that I needed to go back to school to further my education. So I applied for HND in Cat Poly, applied for direct entry at ABU Zaria. And also, while I was in UBA Lokoja, I did an aptitude test and interview for my present company where I work. So, and fortunately, when I resigned from UBA with the intention of going back to school, I got the job I've been hoping to get in the oil and gas industry. So it became a tough decision for me to decide which one did I want to go for. But at the end of the day, I felt, well, this is a job. Even if I finish the school, I will still have to search for a job. So this is a job in my hand now. So I pick up the job and I started working. Then I decided to go back to school. That was when I moved to Federal University of Technology, Owerri, in 2009 for the same chemical engineering. And I completed my program at Owerri. Then later I felt, well, I still needed to achieve my dream of being a student of ABU Zaria. So I put in for Masters in Business Admin with option of Human Resources in ABU Zaria. And to God be the glory, I got my MBA in ABU Zaria. So that is a summary of my academic journey.
Okay. Talking about oil and gas, you are presently still working at oil and gas.
Yes.
So how have you been able to shuffle Printbest, oil and gas, Bobajiro, sir? How have you been able to shuffle these three together?
It's not really easy, but it's part of what I have signed for. My job, I started on a electrician job. That is, I work on and off. I worked for about 15 years on site, from onshore location to offshore site, where I did 2 weeks rotation, then 4 weeks rotation. So whenever I have done my time off of 4 weeks or 2 weeks, that is when I have time to also monitor the activities of the business. But I have competent hands that have been managing the business for me. So then talking about the Bobajiro, we are in a digital world now. So myself and KBC, we speak whenever it feels like, okay, we should speak. So, and whenever I have the time or there is a major event that I need to attend, I come down home to attend the event.
Onward. Speaking about KBC, you said you speak with him. The post Bobajiro, if I was just going to give it a literal meaning, I would say Bobajiro, the word Jiro is, to have a conversation, right? Is it that KBC actually needs someone to converse with, what kind of conversation, if you're going to give it a word or a title, that he handpicked you based on your track record, the fact that you are eligible and you have a good track record in Offa. What is that office all about, Bobajiro, sir?
Yes. Okay. From the name Bobajiro, it's someone that discusses with the king. They have regular conversation with the king, because the king needs someone he can talk to on anything and everything. So for you to hold that position, you must be someone the king can confide in, someone he can trust, and someone he can speak with at any time on any subject.
Okay. Talking about being one of our finest and youngest chiefs, sir. With your age and those that I've known and met here in Offa, how have you been able to cope with them? You know, being you are young, they are aged, right? And you are more like a Gen Z, right? Gen Z chief, right? Just like you said earlier, Boba discussed. How have you been able to cope? Well, definitely there will be a time where we'll be having a conversation where, just like we used to watch in the Yoruba film, Otun can say, Kábíyèsí bí mo ṣe fẹ́ ká ṣe nìyẹn, or èmi wò pé bí mo ṣe fẹ́, is it that you two are going to say, Kábíyèsí rárá o, àgbà sí nǹkan tí ó, how have you been able to cope, sir?
Yes, it's not about the age.
Yes,
it's about what you are able to offer intelligently. You must be able to contribute without disrespecting any of the chiefs or anyone that is older than you. So I will just bring to your notice that I'm actually not too young, because constitutionally, you know, for you to be the president of the country, you can be 35 and even the same thing. The late Olalekan of Offa became the Olalekan of Offa at age 35.
Wow.
And he spent 40 years on throne.
Wow.
So prior to me becoming the Arebo Bajiro, the person that held the youngest chief in Offa was Are Abdullahi Taishe. He was given Taishe at age 36 and mine age 35. And he's still contributing to the development of our. So he's still president. Yeah, he's the secretary of our elders council. He's the secretary of our honorary chiefs. So that's to tell you that it's not just about your age. It's about what you are able to deliver in terms of intellectual discussions.
So when they are having their own contributions, you can actually contribute yours too.
Definitely, it's your right to contribute. You contribute, and you need to present your case with deep respect.
Wow. That is actually it's something I find really. If I was the one, if I were the one, if I was going to be, I'm going to be one of the chiefs very soon. I'm just trying to learn how I'm going to be coping with the likes of the aged chiefs, right? Because I will be like, I'm curious, sir. Yoruba used to say it is best for the older people to speak while the younger ones listen and learn, right? Definitely, I want to believe they won't see it as what is he going to say. Ṣẹ̀mbẹ́ ẹ̀yin àgbàlẹ̀ máa ń sọ pé níta bàbá wà lórí ìjókòó tán bá rí ọmọdé tó bá gungi ọ̀pẹ sà wọ́n ní mò ní rí ẹ̀ sà kí lẹ̀ ń rí lórí igi ọ̀pẹ yẹn kan sà.
Yeah, really. In fact, sometimes when they are discussing, you just need to know how to present your own position. And I've presented my own position a lot of times, and they've respected my view and they've welcomed my views, and I felt honored to be in their midst to discuss and to also express myself. So it's not really about the hate, it's about what you are able to contribute.
Contributions. Anyway, please, everyone should start rooting for me because I want to become a chief and I'll be the youngest of the youngest. Right.
You are welcome on board.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. By then, I'll have every right to use this, but for now, this is actually a little grace given to me by Bobajiro. Okay. Talking about being a chief as well, sir. I've seen a lot of videos, pictures of you wining and dining with kings, first-class kings, the likes of, I don't know them in person, but at least I know Elegushi, the likes of Elegushi, high kings and, men of the highest. How have you been able to get there? Is it by being a chief in Offa, or by being by you working at an oil and gas company, or is it one connection that took you there, sir?
Yeah, it's a grace, like I mentioned earlier, but I've actually been able to get close to them because of my relationship with Oloffa.
Wow.
So most of those kings I met them through Oloffa. and they've seen that that young guy in me that they also want to mentor and encourage to also contribute to the development of my own community. So it's been a great honor each time I relate with them, and they've also accorded me that honor and respect as a chief of Offa.
Okay, apart from being the Boba discourse of Offa, sir, do you have personal relationship with Kabiyesi?
Yeah, definitely. If I don't have a personal relationship with him, I would have gotten that position. Because it's not a position you just give to anyone. So I'm a son to him, and in fact, I named my son Asumo King after him. That's because of the deep love I have for him.
And I've actually noticed that when I went to one of your, that's Zeems Arena, I noticed you named one of the space there. Wow, that's a deep love. That's a deep love. I think I will be building a property very soon, and I will name it after. I will change my surname too very soon, sir. I'll change it. Okay, what is one business mistake you have made that young entrepreneur should avoid, sir?
I won't really call it a mistake, because when we came into Offa in 2012, apart from our printing, I decided to go into selling of printing consumables, because I felt it will ease the stress of going to Ilorin, going to Ibadan to get. You can just get the consumables and move it to Printbest to print. So, but at the end of the day, we couldn't really manage the business well, and it wasn't really a mistake, but the ability to manage that business and see it grow. And I had to just close the shop. That was just.
So closing a shop with your status, Esther, I've seen a lot of motivational quotes where it says the fact that a business folded up doesn't mean it's a failure. It's not the end of the world, right? And I would say you are a definition of that quote, because I've been looking for someone that will be a definition of such a quote, that business is cardbanless or we a failure. What else is it, right? But it's I'm saying this to whomever needs to hear this. If you are not doing well in your business, there has been no one that regretted doing their best in something. If you are doing your best and you are regretting, it's actually not your best, or it's not the right thing for you to do. So keep doing what you know how to do very well, and definitely with the person I have here, with Bob Ajio that we have here, your story is going to change. Yes, I'm saying this because based on what he said earlier, you said you used to hawk, sir. Hawk, and with your age to when you used to work, definitely that will not be like, it's definitely going to be from 10 years upwards, sir. So, it is well. I'm hopeful my own life is going to change.
Amen.
After this place, I've worked more, so our story actually look
it's
like
just a matter of time and patience.
But as I used to hear that the patient dog now has us now.
Well, it depends on how patient you can
the dog
be.
Is. Thank you, sir. Okay. There's a perception among some young people in Offa that you are not easily accessible to them. Have you heard of it before, sir?
Not directly, but maybe just things they say in town. But for me, I'm easily accessible. But maybe that position I am now, or that status, that is why some persons feel if you're approaching, it might turn us down, and that is part of the pressure I said the position puts on me, because I really want to mingle with anybody. I really want to go play my football anywhere and have fun with my guys. But sometimes they just say, you are a rebel bajuro, you cannot be doing this, you cannot be doing that. So maybe that is why some persons feel I'm not easily accessible. But for me, I'm very, very open and accessible.
Do you have, I feel like another thing is some people, maybe you have this intimidating aura.
Yeah, that is why I say, because maybe they see me with elders, they see me with kings, they see me with a lot of prominent persons, and they feel, this guy is not our level, but it's not the case. I'm anybody's level. I relate with anybody at any time. So I don't see myself as all that. So
Okay, based on your track record and some videos of you I saw online, sir, I noticed you are a very loyal fan of Arsenal. How have you been able to be so loyal, a loyal fan to Arsenal, knowing fully well they've lost a lot of trophies, sir?
yes, that's because I have stayed with the team, and I believe that our time will definitely come, and that is how the life should be seen. You cannot always have it your way, but you need to keep working hard, believing that definitely your time will come. And that is why we have been able to wait all these years until we are able to win the trophy. So it's just about patience and loyalty to any cause you believe in.
So you actually do travel from Nigeria down to is it Europe to watch?
To London. With all humility, I've watched more than 10 matches of Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So top matches, Champions League, Emirates Cup, and it's always a lovely moment at the Emirates.
But yes, sir, how do you always feel whenever you travel down and it eventually loses the match?
Well, I've not really I experienced losses. I experienced when we lost 2-0 against Swansea. That was my first time going to the Emirates in 2012. Then also there was a time I went with the Fuji legend Pasuma for Emirates Cup. We went there and we lost 2-1, and we felt very bad, but it's one of those things. I think those are just the 2 matches out of the about 10 matches. I've seen draw against Everton, but basically, I think those are just the 2 matches I've watched Arsenal lose at the Emirates.
Talking about Pasuma, I see you are his patron. Is it the band patron?
Grand patron.
The grand band patron. Yeah. Is it that you? How many years have you been the grand patron, sir?
Well, I can't really recall. It's been close to 10 years now, and being the grand patron of Pasuma Fans Club, I started as a patron of Offa, and when they saw the way I love the Fuji legend and I have been supporting the fans club, so I was made the global, the grand patron of the club worldwide.
Right.
So it's because of my love for him, the kind of personality he is, and the kind of respect he also accords me each time we see. So that is why I've been able to stay committed to the fans club.
To the fans club. Wow. So is there what are your expectations being the grand patron of?
Yeah, is always to be there for the club executives when they need advice, when they need support, and also to always be there for the Fuji legend himself.
So you actually committed to a lot of things, because committed to Pasuma, committed to Offa, committed to Arsenal, committed to Printbest, committed to oil and gas, committed to. How have you been able to cope, sir? Do you used to sleep, sir?
I sleep definitely. It's all about time management.
Time management.
So I'm also the Amir of Al-Imam Muhyiddin Islamic Foundation,
Wow.
the foundation of the chief imam of Offa. So and a couple of other things I do even at work, and so, but it's just about time management and being able to manage yourself properly.
That's a beautiful one. Okay, do you think successful people hold their community mentorship, or is it that they just have high expectations?
Yeah, they hold their community mentorship, because people in your community must see you as someone that is going to inspire them to greatness. So, and that is why if you watch the prominent persons we have in Offa, they are always on ground, showing that leadership to the people coming, that this is how things should be done, this is how you should love your community, this is how you should contribute to the development of your community. And that is what we know how to do best in Offa, because we've seen our forefathers did that to Offa. So it's something we also owe to our own generation and the generations to come.
So if a young entrepreneur from Offa actually reach out to you today asking for mentorship, what would they realistically expect from you, sir?
Well, for over the last 10, 12 years that I've set up, in fact, it's 14 years, over 14 years, and I've set up Printbest in Offa. I think that is enough mentorship for the people in Offa. We set up Zeems Sports Arena 2 years ago. That's to tell you things we are doing to promote and develop our community. So that alone should be inspiring to whoever wants to do that. So the mentorship, personal mentorship, there are a lot of persons that have tried to support and mentor in that various aspect of life.
Have you ever been disappointed by people you try to maybe help? Have you ever been disappointed, or did it change how you support others? Maybe you were disappointed.
I've been disappointed, but I didn't really change how I helped others or I'm still helping others. I've assisted people that say they want to go into business, got them equipment for the business, and at the end of the day, they sold the equipment and still returned to the way they were doing. So, but that didn't stop the support for others when I am able to support.
To do that. That's actually a nice one. Okay, what worries you most about the future of Offa?
It is the attitude of our youths in Offa and the way they do things. There are a lot of opportunities around, but you see some persons that are not willing to take up that opportunity. You see some of them are into drugs, you see some of them are into yahoo, you see some of them are into area boys. This is not helping our community. We need people that can do things that will support and develop our community and not adding to the negative vices of our community. So it's something that worries me a lot of time, and that is part of the reason why I select the people I relate with.
Okay.
So because you really don't know the attitude of some persons, and you need to be very careful so that you don't get roped in.
Maybe it's because of the selection. They actually thought you are actually not accessible to a lot of them.
Maybe.
Okay. If you become more like the head, if KBSC actually appoints you to be more like the head, like just like a grand patron and advisor, like you are given a full authority to offer youth, what are the first 3 things that are likable to change?
Definitely is their development. We have a tech hub in Offa, but it's sad that a lot of persons are not taking advantage of that tech hub. We have one innovation hub. People are not taking up to that. There are a lot of things you can do without actually relying on government. In terms of skills, you can learn a lot of things. People are doing things in Offa that you used to go out to get them, but now, and we get them in Offa. You see the Made in Offa award every year. You see a lot of entrepreneurs, artisans that have been awarded year in, year out. They are all based in Offa, doing a lot of things in Offa. We have people that have never traveled out of Offa, and they are making it here in Offa. So that is to tell you that you also need to look out for what you can tap in and make it in Offa.
Wow. Talking about that, is there any platform for non-indigens and even indigens in Offa here, where that platform they can easily open, start or engage themselves in where for skills acquisitions?
Yes, we have there's a section of ODU that handles the Offa Descendant Union. They have the database of our indigens, that's especially the unemployed ones, the young ones, and they try to look at the areas they can support them, even with the support of the government, and that is how they've been able to support some of these guys. They have guys that through the Y Innovation Hub, they are well to do today. One of the Google experts in the country, and they work remotely and earn their money. So
okay. So what is that opportunities you think young people in Offa are actually overlooking presently?
The One Innovation Hub is a big opening for them to tap in.
Please tell us more about it, sir.
It's about tech. We know what the world we are in now is about tech. And in fact, are you aware that we assemble drones in Offa at one innovation hub?
Wow.
Yes, they make bots for phones, laptop, the bots, the chip they use. It's been done here in Offa. Yes, at the Kola Balogun One Innovation Center. Wow. But a lot of persons are not tapping into this.
It's my first
they are not tapping into this. The one innovation hub, that was the time I bought my kids from Abuja to come and spend 3 weeks at one innovation hub to teach them a lot of things kids should do. During the summer holidays, they have programs for kids, but people are not tapping into this.
I think
people even give scholarship for people to attend, but some persons are not picking up the opportunity.
I'll make my findings about it, because it's my first time actually hearing this sincerely. So sincerity, it's my first time hearing it, and we'll have to put it out there. Tuale will actually reduce, right? If everyone is into one or two, we all can tuale, but we'll tuale differently. Even Bobajiro will definitely tuale Kabiesi, right? But there are levels to all of this. When you have something up here, right, definitely you can relate with a lot of people. Just like Bobajiro said earlier, sir. Okay, what legacy do you want your name to live in Offa?
That's one guy that has brought a lot of things and contributed to the development of Offa. The Printbest company is one of the biggest and the best modern printing outfit you can see around. We started from a single shop in 2012 to where we have Printbest house in Jare. That is to show the growth we've achieved. Then you saw what we've been able to bring to Offa. The sports arena is a multi-sport facility. You cannot see that around here. It is because of the love and belief we have in Offa that has made us to bring that kind of facility to Offa, to also contribute. So in years to come, those businesses will definitely be remembered that this is the guy that brought it to Offa.
That's nice. Talking about Zeems Arena, that's actually another business entirely from Printbest, right? Because of the love you have for Offa. And I actually saw a few drone shots on your Instagram handle where, during the time you were actually constructing that place. If you are going to start another business here in Offa, how would that business be? Definitely, it's not going to be a filling station, because we are tired. Filling station every corner, right?
Well, I really don't know now. Going into business is all about what you think the people really need. That is how I've been doing my business, and that is the kind of mentorship I've gotten from KBAC. That whatever you are doing, make sure they are the things that people actually need or that will benefit the community. So whatever I will be doing in Offa is definitely something that will benefit the community and that will be unique.
That uniqueness goes a very long way. Talking about uniqueness, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I feel like there is this attitude, I would say it's rampant in Offa, the act of copying each other. I think it's something we need to encourage a lot of youths here in Offa to stop doing. This filling station that we're talking about now, every corner in Offa now has a filling station, right? And filling station every corner. There are a lot of innovations we can have in Offa, a lot of platforms, a lot of places, a lot of things we can bring in Offa that definitely will be unique. So I don't know personally, if all of these investors, they should bring in something new, because filling station, with all of these filling station, last, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We want, even if they're going to be that filling station that would work overnight, that uniqueness alone goes a very long way, where we can go get fuel by 12 a.m., by 1 a.m., by 2, that freedom. There should be that freedom of, yes, we know there's this filling station, Zeems Petroleum or Bobajiro Oil and Gas somewhere by 1 a.m. that will still be selling. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Yes, like you said, it's all about innovation and trying to do things differently.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things people can do but the town is growing. You know the number of high institutions we have in Offa. So the market is becoming bigger and bigger. So, and we really need people to invest and create jobs for our people, and it's just trying to be different in whatever you are setting up.
So, talking about Offa growth, fast-growing town, I feel like, don't you think in the next, I dare say in the next 5 years, there won't be space in Offa anymore?
There will definitely be space because we are trying to expand to different areas now, and there will definitely be space. And if with our neighboring communities, with the love we have with them, it's just to try to bring everybody on board. Once they are growing, we are growing as well.
Definitely. Because I feel like in the next few years, Offa will be a changed place, and there won't be space.
That has been our prayer, and that is why we have the Offa Tuntun be championed by KBC. We are growing, and I see a lot of things happening in Offa now, and I'm impressed. So
social media is really bringing a lot of things, bringing it to our face that so this is now in Offa.
There are patronized some persons I saw on TikTok. I was surprised that we have this in Offa. Okay, let me get their contact. I reach out to them, and they deliver what I wanted.
Wow.
So
I want to say this to people here in Offa. If Bobajiro can patronize people here in Offa, people from TikTok, if you are still that vendor practicing in Offa and you are not, you don't used to post on your TikTok page, you are missing. If Bobajiro can patronize people from TikTok, then you are still there looking for a working store. Don't go and get a social media handler to help you manage it. I pity you. Keep posting. People are seeing it for real. People are seeing it, and your customer will definitely come for you. Your customer will come for you. Okay, sir. How do you, has there ever been a time you wanted to quit one career for the other? Maybe quit, maybe oil and gas for Printbest and in others, or quit business and focus on oil and gas? Has there ever been that feeling or that pressure?
Not really, because what I believe is you will not always have it your way. So if there are challenges in the business, we try to re-strategize and see how we can overcome that. And that is how we've been dealing with our challenges. And in terms of work, I'm too young to actually quit my job. I've spent 18 years with my company. I work now, and I'm very young and still have a lot of years to go by God's grace. So actually, I've not thought of quitting any for now.
With your level of success, sir, how have you been able to, and your level of success, your age, how have you been able to balance the two together?
It requires a lot of God's guidance, humility, because you need to be humble, that no matter what you have achieved in life, there are people that have achieved more than you. Definitely. And there are definitely people that will still achieve more than what you have achieved. So that is why you need to be humble and just live your normal life.
I want to ask this question. This is actually out of the questions I have here. This is just for curiosity. There's this common saying which goes thus: rich people don't want anyone to join them if you cannot level up with them. Is it true, sir?
It's not about, it's not a generic thing. It's about individuals. I've seen KBC when he was strongly and deeply in poultry, inviting others to come and join him to do the same kind of business. I've seen people approach me to set up a sports arena. I've advised them on what to do. So it's about individuals. That I give you a business idea or I share my business idea with you doesn't mean that you become more successful than I am.
Definitely.
So there is nothing to hide. in life. So people that hide things that are definitely not of the best.
So what if the person you are sharing the idea with actually don't have the funds? You know, like you are here, the person is here. Would you allow such person that is here into your circle, knowing fully well that you have nothing to gain from the person, you only be the one?
No, there is nobody you cannot get anything from. There is no way. Either way, you gain something from anyone. So I really don't look at that difference in status when I deal with people. So it doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, that's actually pleasing to hear. Okay, if Arsenal called today, sir, and offered you a seat in the boardroom, would you leave business, sir?
It's part of business too now. So if the offer is too good to so it's definitely it will be a great honor for you to be on the board of a club you love. Even Dangote had tried to buy over Arsenal because of his love for Arsenal. So it's going to be an honor.
Addendum to your businesses. Well, who is the greatest Arsenal player you've watched? And don't say because everyone actually wants you to say like the best Arsenal player, your best of best.
You want me to say the
Yeah,
definitely is Thierry Henry. So
Thierry Henry.
Igwe.
Aside Thierry Henry, presently,
presently, for me, it's Bukayo Saka because he's been able to deliver and lift the team to success.
Thierry Henry. Charlie grew up knowing that name. You are known as the grand patron of Pasuma. What drew you to Fuji music?
I'm a Yoruba guy, and just the love we had. Well, when I watched my mom listen to Barista, and my dad the likes of Haruna Shola and the old ones. So that was how I developed interest in Fuji music. Started listening to K1, Pasuma, Saheed Osupa, and for me, I really don't discriminate among them. So
if you actually have any function now, Pasuma is going to be the first person that will come to the mind of anyone that definitely Pasolumbo.
Because I'm the grand patron of Pasuma fan club now, and they will expect me to definitely invite Pasuma.
Okay, sir. What is that one misconception people have about you that you would like to correct today?
Yeah, like the one you said that I'm not easily accessible. Some persons will say is too proud. I really don't see myself as that. I have always tried my best to remain as humble as I am, as simple as I am, and as kind as I can. So I really don't see all that. Maybe it's just around, but for me, those that are closer to me can attest to the fact that I'm a nice guy, humble, simple, and easily accessible.
Okay, so if you are with that opinion that you think Bobajiro is not accessible, I think this has been able to change your opinion about him today, that is very accessible. Just let me give you one hint. Just be courageous and know how to pick your words one after. Hey, above all, keep to time. If he gives you an appointment, keep to time.
Very, very important.
Very, keep to time. Okay. When was the last time you cried? Like,
Hello, DJ, can hurry up. But each time I remember my mom, I just feel bad sometimes, and I just move on, because maybe the last time I cried was when we had a 10 years remembrance prayer in May.
She's late.
Yeah, in May. So I think that's just so apart from that, I really don't pray. I've always tried to accept whatever comes my way as an act of God. So no matter the condition, I just believe that this is how God wants it, and I just give thanks to God and move on.
So you pray a lot, sir?
Alhamdulillah, I'm a Muslim, and I don't joke with my 5 daily prayers.
5 daily prayer, well. You are married, sir?
Married with 2 kids to the former beauty queen of Offa, Iowa, Sadias Damilola Sani.
Wow. Wow. With 2 kids. Are they in
Yes.
Nigeria? So how they are?
They are definitely in Nigeria. I know
With
Japa.
Arsenal.
I know Japa. They are in Nigeria.
Okay. What scares you the most when it comes to life?
Bad health. It scares me a lot because it's when you see someone that has been very strong and healthy and it's now struggling to fight for his life, and so it's something we really don't pray for.
Something really, really alarming.
So and it can be frustrating and touching.
Because there's this common saying which says, when money is no longer the problem, may our health not fail us.
Definitely.
That's actually.
And they say health is wealth.
Health is wealth, yes. So, chai, it is well. What is the best advice you've ever received from maybe any wealthy or well-to-do person, any king, anybody?
The best advice I've received was from my mom, and she tells me, don't put yourself under undue pressure. Don't overload your brain. Accept whatever comes and believe God. Time is the best.
Okay. God's time is the best. In other words, God's speed. How would you like people to remember Chief Musbau Olalekan Olaniyi in 50 years now to come?
To be remembered for the good things I'm doing and I will still do. The lives I've impacted and I will still impact, and the contributions I've had in my community, and the people I've supported in one way or the other.
I'm talking about the people you've supported. Do you have any political ambitions, sir?
I really don't have a political ambition because I feel I'm not built for the kind of political system we have currently in Nigeria. When you are not straightforward, when your integrity is in doubt, and when you are not committed to the cause. So I really don't. I'm not that kind of person. I don't like to start painting black, white, or the reverse. I'm a straightforward person, and a lot of persons won't like that in politics.
Definitely.
So, and I can't just turn myself to what I am not.
So, in other words, politics and truth, sir, is like this, sir.
Well, we've had a lot of promises and
the day of name, yeah. So that's nice. It's actually pleasing to hear. What should we be expecting from? Because last year I noticed you are part of the pioneer planners of Ijakadi. What should we be expecting this year?
Yeah, I've been participating and working with the committee of Ijakadi since 2012.
Wow.
So, and year in, year out, we have tried to develop and be better with the organization of Ijakadi. You saw what we brought in last year, the horse riding, and a lot of things. So it was good. And this year we are trying to improve on that. In fact, there is a form going on right now on registration of people for the Legbe to indicate interest, and also for the horse riding. And you saw our musical carnival, the way we've been doing it year in, year out. We try to bring in artists. So we hope we'll still be able to do that this year, and as usual, try to improve on what we've done in the past years.
Okay. That's a beautiful one. Is there any, apart from the one you mentioned earlier, is there any other innovation or a platform here in Offa or a system where non-indigenous can actually benefit from, maybe after school, they wish to stay behind? What is that one innovation?
The town is open. We don't say because you are done with your school, come and leave Offa. So there are a lot of opportunities. Like I mentioned earlier, just try and grab up one of those opportunities and continue your stay in Offa and be a law-abiding citizen. We don't want people that will cause troubles in our town.
I noticed there is this deep love amongst people that are from Offa. Like they are so committed to to anything they have to do in Offa. And in regard of that, people that are, non-indigenous, whenever they come to Offa, they start exhibiting this, exhibiting that. They do have this fear of Kishile Baba New, so that they will not go and do this, they will not go and do that. What do you have to say about non-indigenous that are growing like really, really big?
We are not against that. We have the likes of Bonko in doing plumbing materials. I have known Bonko in Offa for years now in Offa. We have this man, Iman, close to Jale. He's been here in Offa for years. In fact, here in Offa, we have Selki Hausawa as a member of the Offa Traditional Council. Yeah, when we have our Ijakadi festival, we bring in the non-indigenous, the Nupe, the Hausas, the Igbos, they attend our events. So we are not discriminatory in any form. We welcome everyone to Offa. But like I mentioned, they should be law-abiding.
Abiding citizen. That's actually a beautiful one. Okay, if you are given a mic today, sir, to encourage youths, and it's going to be the last, I pray it's not the last, like it's going to be, maybe you want to advise them for the last time, what would that be, sir?
Try to work hard. Be patient and pray and wait for your time. So definitely there is reward for hard work.
There's reward for hard work. Is there any other opportunity where people that are travelers or people that are non-indigenous here in Offa, is there any other opportunities apart from skill acquisition, getting into skills or starting a business? Is it possible for non-indigenous to start up something or engage themselves in businesses, maybe coming to Printbest to work? Is it
definitely? I've had apprentices that are not from Offa. In fact, the current the business manager, one of my guys in Offa, one of my staff is not from Offa and he's in charge of my business. So, and also we've taken coppers here in Printbest that are not from Offa. Someone from the southeast, he has worked there as a copper, and we really don't discriminate because it's just what you have to offer. So we are open.
Okay. Before we end this episode, what would you like to say to the general people in Offa, vendors? Yes, particularly vendors. I know I want to believe you've had different opinion and experiences with vendors here in Offa. What would you like to say to them directly now?
Yes, in business, you just need to be honest. Honesty is very, very important. Whatever you are not going to be able to do, don't tell your customers you'll be able to do it. So let the customer know and always respect the agreements you have with your customer. So it's just the bottom line of every business you are doing. Just be honest and be truthful.
If you have a function presently or now, maybe in the next few years, you have a function or this year, sir, do you think 90 to 95 or let me say 100% of your vendors are going to come from Offa?
Definitely. I've always tried my best whenever I want to do any activity. Even the Jakadi festival, we engage vendors from Offa. So whatever we are not able to get in Offa, that is when we look outside to bring in people that can do that for us. So most of the things we do here in Offa, we make sure we patronize people in Offa, and they've been able to give us the good services we want. Sometimes they might not deliver as expected, but with little guidance and support, they deliver. So we are we focus more on people.
Vendors.
Vendors.
There's this common saying amongst vendors that when it comes to a vendor naming millions, the well-to-do people in Offa will be like, why would you be in Offa and be charging me so much? They rather call vendors from outside Offa, give them 20 million, 30 million. But
if people know the quality of service you are rendering, they will definitely patronize you no matter the cost or the price tag. So it's just about showing to that person what you can offer and make sure you deliver top-notch service.
Okay, it's a beautiful one. Hearing this from Bobajiro of Offa. Are Bobajiro. Sorry about that. Are Bobajiro of Offa. Telling vendors in Offa to do more whenever you are paid to deliver for a particular service. You are questioned and you are interviewed about that service. Ensure you deliver. It is important. You are not just risking your own relationship or your own business. You are there putting the entire artisans, the entire business owners at risk, because if you don't deliver as a business owner, definitely by the time Rebobajio wants to patronize someone else, he will be skeptical about making such a decision, patronizing people here in Offa. So we want to use this medium to tell you all that Rebobajio is ready and has been prioritizing vendors here in Offa than any other places. So if you can get it and patronize people on TikTok because they are putting out their business there, put more of your business out there, and definitely the well-to-do, your big clients, your millionaire clients. I got my own first million clients here in Offa, and I'm not an indigent. So you that you are not from Offa, don't be afraid to start up a good business and be rest assured to be able to deliver. Because if you don't deliver, Offa, the common saying is that Offa is one room. One room is that if you do something, if you don't deliver with XY, Z is sure to hear about it. That is the reason why they say Offa, Yara Kon Offa. So if you don't deliver with XY, I don't think Moti Bombay, people want them. Z will not. I'm telling you, your name. A name goes a very long way, and do more for your business, and definitely you will earn more. Areba Bajiro has been able to encourage people that hard work goes a long way, and pray a lot. Before you can be able to stand well in your business, you must be ready to pray. Pray. Yes, success does not require prayer a lot. You must be prayerful and as well hard work. Hard work is another key point for you to sustain a business. So in our conclusion, sir, do you have anything else to say before we round up this episode, sir?
Yeah, just to appreciate you for giving me, for inviting me to your podcast. Yeah, and when you said you want to meet me, I was happy, and I said, okay, let me create time for that out of my tight schedule. Mm-hmm. So it's part of trying to encourage whatever you are doing and support you as well. So I appreciate the time, and I appreciate the discussions we've had, and I look forward to engaging you some other time.
Thank you so very much.
So thank you very much for having me on your podcast.
Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you so very much for the access. Just like I said earlier, I reached out though I've been trying to reach out to him a very long time ago, and I was able to meet him at an occasion which yes, sir, I have been trying to reach out to you. He said, introduce yourself, tell me about yourself. I was, that's the reason why I said you have to be courageous. You don't just meet people and tell them, I've been looking for you. Who are you? You must be able to introduce yourself and be courageous about it. I told him this is the reason, and he keyed into it. So Are Bobajio is very accessible, and when he gives you an appointment, I'm saying this again, ensure to keep to time. Ensure else, just be ready to handle pressure very well. Just be ready to handle pressure and be ready to deliver. Because if you are doing one, it would just and that is what anyone would do. Be courageous and be ready to give in your best to anything, to the access given to you, not just to Are Bobajio alone, to anyone. It is important when you are giving access, make sure you treat it with respect. that is that about that. So thank you for coming on Happenings in Offa. And here comes the end of this episode. Please ensure to follow us on all social media platforms, and please, Emma Bawa, subscribe. It is important. Let's not watch alone. Emma Bawa, subscribe. This is a podcast for the town where we discuss things happening in Offa and anything happening in Offa. If you have a gist, if you have something to talk about, just reach out to us. We are open, just like Arebo Bajiro is accessible. We are accessible to talk about anything. Just ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Happenings in Offa podcast. Thank you and God bless you. See you in another episode. Thank you.